the bulk bin. I'm gonna pick up everything we need for granola. We make a custom granola at my house, the no nut granola, which is all the dried fruits, the oats, coconut flakes, and anything else that appeals to me right now. I have a dried fruit trick that I'd like to share. The only real way to get the sticky things out is you have to make your own glove. You just can't do it with those tongs. This is lovely and full, but when it's not and you have to go all the way to the back, this is really just the only way to do it. See what I mean? This is like it's not working for me, guys. Ooh, chocolate blueberries. See what happens when you're in the bulk bin? Lots of coconut. Pepitas, that's not a nut. Those are good too. All right, I think that's gonna do it. I'm gonna walk slowly away before I buy everything that's in there, including yogurt-covered pretzels. Here's a myth about granola. The myth about granola is that granola is health food. The truth about granola is that something like a quarter cup of granola has like 200 calories in it. The good thing is that granola is filled with whole grains, nuts, seeds, dried fruit, gives you energy. This granola, I tried to amp up all the good things and kind of minimize the bad. It's also a granola that was inspired by my younger son who is allergic to sesame and a bunch of nuts. So you need a total of 3 cups of rolled oats. So that was some sunflower seeds. I topped it off with pumpkin seeds. We want 2 cups total. All of this stuff is gonna get nice and crunchy, but it's also adding a lot of nutrition and like just a lot of kind of whole food goodness. This granola has a little less sugar in it. So this is the cacao nibs. They have a kind of bittersweet chocolate flavor. Look for the coconut flakes. Sometimes they have a little bit of the coconut shell on them, like a little black ridge. They're a little bit thicker, so they get really nice and crunchy. Everything sweet should have a little bit of salt, and often granolas, it's just purely sweet. Usually a small child will show up while I'm in the middle of this. It's delicious raw. Unbelievable. I don't know, that salty sweet thing never gets old. If you had a big enough bowl, you could double this because granola, once it's toasted, is very, very shelf stable. It takes just as much time to do twice the volume, and then it'll last a long time. Granola is so expensive, especially good granola, and you go through it extremely quickly. So this is a super smart thing to do if you eat a lot of granola and you want to save money. Don't try to make granola on an unrimmed baking sheet. You will have granola on the bottom of your oven forever. This is gonna take 35 to 45-ish minutes in a 350-degree oven. So 10 minutes in, just give it a little toss. I like to go pretty dark, so I just check it every 10 minutes. You need 1.5 cups of mixed dried fruits or 1 dried fruit. Dried mangoes, not the sweetened ones. I don't even chop because they're so sticky and annoying, so bust out the shears. I'm just gonna call that 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup. The reason you do the fruit separately is because if you baked the already dried fruit the whole time that the granola was in there, they would pull out molars and teeth. You're gonna see the warm granola is gonna come onto the dried fruits and it's gonna warm it up and soften them. So that's mulberries and sour cherries. Love sour cherries. Some apricots. A lot of fiber in all the fruits. So good for you. And then my favorite, which is medjool dates. That's a heaping 1/2 cup. But wait, look. No, it's a 1/2 cup. There we go. Going back in, it's been like 40 minutes. Yeah, this is perfect. Really toasty. And I like to do this when the granola is warm. If you've only ever bought granola, you've never had warm granola. Very special thing. Only happens when you're first mixing it. Every single thing in this bowl is from the bulk bin. So this is a 1-aisle stop. This recipe really was inspired by my younger son. He could eat an entire bag of granola single-handedly in one meal. If I let him, he would pour like an entire bowl like for cereal. Granola alone does not make a meal, but with some yogurt and some fresh berries, seedy, delicious. Super crunchy.